Hey, everybody. So I'm going to start off by saying that I wanted to record live. I wanted to utilize Zoom. I'm on Zoom right now. I wanted to use Zoom and go live on YouTube through Zoom, but because I have multiple Zoom pages, I don't know how Zoom determines what page it's choosing to go live on. So instead of me going live on YouTube through Zoom like I wanted to, I have to record until I understand what that process even is. But the reason I wanted to utilize Zoom is because I wanted to share something with you. So now I got to figure out how to do that part. So give me a minute. Who can start sharing? Host only. I want to share my screen on here, but I haven't been on here in so long that now I have to figure out how to share my screen. But if I don't figure out how to share my screen, I will, oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay, wait a minute. Share. Which one? Is this my screen that I want to be on? Basic. Why is it there though? That's not the screen I wanted to share. Why is it doing that? Close that. I'm sorry, y'all. Give me a minute. Because now I'm like, I want to share my screen, but is it this screen? Hold Control to select multiple windows. I don't want to do multiple windows. Not that one, not that one, not that one. Is it this one? Let me see. I think this is the screen, y'all. I think this is it. Okay, give me a minute. Give me a minute. Okay, I wanted to share something with y'all if I can find it. This is in my way. How do I move? Oh, okay. Okay, here we go. I can move that out the way and share this site right here. Okay. I hope y'all can see this. But I wanted to share with you a hidden gem that I use by Dr. John Demartini called the values determination. I don't know, quiz system. I don't know. But I utilize this. First of all, let me go back. I came across Dr. John Demartini years ago, and he talks about values. And when he talks about values, he does not mean societal expectations. What he means by values is, first of all, everyone on the planet is functioning based on their own personal values. They may not be consciously aware of what their values are, but they're functioning within their core values every day. And what Dr. Demartini means by that is whatever you are inherently doing, that you get up every day and you put your hands to do it, or your mind is focused on it, and no one has to remind you to do it, threaten you to do it, or even, get this, externally motivate you to do it. These things are your values, and your highest values at that. And what happens, how he explains this is he talks about the beginning of conflict is when someone else has a set of values and they are looking to impose their value system upon you, expecting you to fulfill their value system. I was talking to my husband about this last night, and I said, well, first of all, people need to even be aware that everybody comes with their own set of values. So, husband and wife, the husband has his set of values, the wife has her set of values. Children or young adults have their own set of values. So, if you're a human being on this planet, you have your own set of values. You are doing this inherently every single day. You just may not be consciously aware of it. And why I bring up Dr. Demartini is because I utilize this hidden gem, and I'm going to show you receipts that I utilize this hidden gem fairly regularly to assist me in paying attention and refocusing my, what do you call it? Prefrontal cortex on my highest values. Because a lot of times what we can do as human beings is we allow other people whether it's other people in our household, whether it's society, whether it's social media, we can allow the infiltration of our values because something else, somebody else has infiltrated our own value system. And how I become aware, not that necessarily someone has infiltrated my value system, but if I'm feeling overwhelmed or I'm feeling like I really want to bring to my conscious awareness my value system, I utilize Dr. John Demartini's system. It's free. I don't get paid an affiliate payment for even mentioning this, but I wanted to bring this to your attention because it is a tool that I utilize every so often. And what I've noticed is that my top 5 highest values, even though my values remain generally the same, they may shift in priority or shift in order of, what is the highest versus, what is the 5th. And I did notice that happened this year. And I wanted to show you, and I hope you guys can see this. If you'll notice, and while I'm thinking about it, you want to practice utilizing this tool. And the reason why is because for me, what I noticed is Dr. Demartini, he asks a set of 13 questions. And per question, you're going to respond per question that he's asking. He offers a video to help explain to you what is the question that he's asking. And he also has a written paragraph of an explanation of what he's talking about when he's asking you this question, these questions. What you want to pay attention to is what is actually happening right now, the actuality of what is happening not right now, not what you wish was happening. This is how you're going to get an accurate understanding in bringing your values to the forefront of your prefrontal cortex. This is how you're going to get an accurate understanding of your values. So I just wanted to share that. And also the other thing I noticed is that you want to think about things that aren't necessarily in physicality, but you utilize it electronically. So for instance, one year when I did the values determination system, I realized that I might not have physical books in my environment, and you guys will know what I'm talking about when you go through this system, but I might not have physical books in my environment, but audio books was my thing. So I needed to make sure that audiobooks was something that I was saying, even though it wasn't in my physical reality or physicality. So if you'll notice, I started using this back in 2018. Oh, April 28th of 2018. That was my birthday, April 28th. And what happens is once you do the values, once you do answer the 13 questions, the next part of the process, and I didn't want to have you guys all up in my stuff, but look at this. Values determination process. Okay. So I'm going to take you to his website. So this is Dr. John Demartini. And this is the values determination page. So if you look at the top, it says drdemartini.com/values/step 1. But if you just punch in values determination or Dr. Demartini values determination, his website's going to come up and you're going to see where to go for this. But as I said, he has a video per step that he's taking you through. So he's going to start talking. I'm going to let him talk because this is only 2 minutes and 16 seconds. So
welcome to the Demartini value determination process. About 45 years ago, I was fascinated by why some people do what they say and some people don't. And after doing research, I discovered that the people who did what they said are people that lived according to what they valued most, and the people who didn't, what they didn't value most. So I started pursuing how to help people live more congruently with what they value. Exploring all the variations of determining people's values, I found many of them were subjectively interpreted, and many more idealisms and social expectations instead of what people's lives actually demonstrated. So what you're about to go through is a series of questions to help you determine what is really, really important to you. Not what is expected from outside, not the shoulds and ought tos and supposed tos and got tos and have tos and musts of the external world, but what's intrinsically important to you. Because that's the thing you can be reliable and it's really, that's where you're most disciplined and focused. So there'll be 13 questions. It'll be thought-provoking. It will require you to be honest in your evaluation because it's only to the degree of the integrity of your answers you'll get the greatest benefit. And that they'll make you think. But it's how important it is to not write down what you think it should be or ought to be or supposed to be, wish it would be, hope it would be, what it used to be, but what your life demonstrates now. So join me for these next 13 questions. It'll be very eye-opening, and it'll help you discern what's really important to you, not what you think it's supposed to be. So that's my little intro, and I look forward to you going through this process and getting and reaping the benefits from this as much as I have and many of the thousands of people who have attended the Breakthrough Experience and other process or have gone online and done this process along with you. So I look forward to hearing from you. So enjoy the process, the Demartini value determination process.
okay, so that's the little video. So you continue to step 1. And here's the set of questions or here, I'm going to no, I'm not. Y'all gonna see what I do. Look, here's what I got going on. So the first set of questions is how do you fill your space most? How do you fill your space second? How do you fill your space third most? And you're going to answer these questions honestly, okay? And based on what's going on right now. And I won't take you through all 13 of the questions, but that's how it's going to go. So every single page you go to, this is page, see how at the bottom, and let me move my screen a little bit. At the bottom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, okay, it's going to take you through 13 questions. Next. How do you spend your time most? It's going to take you through all of that. So I'm going to go through each page. I'm not going to show you all my stuff. Y'all need to see all of that. It's going to take you through. Oh, I can just go here. Why didn't I think of that? And after that, it's going to have you color code your answers, and you're going to see that's a fun process. I love the color coding process. I love because it wants you to choose, pick a color. So it gives you a whole bunch of colors and asks you, see, a whole bunch of colors at the top. And then it asks you based on all of your answers. So if you choose red, what are all of the like answers? And you're going to click red for all of the like answers, and so on and so forth with all the other colors. So here we go. Here's all my answers. I color coded everything, and then continue to step 3. Oh, it wants me to color code. I'm not going to keep going. So I'm going to go back to the other page. Where am I? Where I was already done with all that. So after you're done with the color coding and all of that, it's going to give you a graph. Well, it's actually, he's going to ask one more question, and that's going to be in paragraph form. And then he's going to ask some other things. But so you're going to, well, for everybody, however much time you spend is going to be how much time you spend. And you want to allot yourself as much time as needed. So get your coffee, be in your favorite space in your house, and allow yourself some quiet time to really work on this, because it's going to give you some valuable insight. I always enjoy, I get excited and I'm like, what's it going to say? What's it going to say? I already generally know what it's going to say, but I don't know. No, I don't know what it's going to say. Because I'm not trying to figure anything out while I'm answering. I'm not trying to have forethought about what this is going to look like. I'm trying to, not trying to, I am answering the questions as integrally as I possibly can, based on what is happening in my life right now. And this is what it's going to give you. It's going to give you a hierarchy of your values, right? A hierarchy of your values, right? And I am going to let you guys see this. So in June 27th of 2018 versus April 28th of 2018, stuff changed. Because this is to the right, to the right on my screen, maybe to the left on your screen, I had certain information over there, okay? And then on the other side, if you'll notice, something changed, something shifted. Well, we ain't going to analyze all that. I just want you to see that there was a change in values. Not a change in values, but a change in how I worded it and my prioritization of it. Okay. So like here, I'll just zoom in on this. Researching human personal development was the third one down, but human development was the second. When I first did it, it was in second place. And then when I did it again, a couple months later, it was in third place. So just giving you an example. See how I have writing and jotting is in 5th place over here? Oh, writing in 5th place over here. So bottom line is my values generally remain the same around that time, but just moved in position. But also you could have a change in values altogether. So come up here. So the last time I did this was July 19th of 2022, and then I did it again November 4th. I just did it. It's saying November 4th, but I did this yesterday. So I didn't do it in the wee hours of the morning either. So I don't know why it's doing that. But I love how it color codes everything that you're talking about and gives you a snapshot of what's going on. So look at this. Just take a look. I ain't even gonna say nothing. Just take a look. To the right on my screen, first of all, I had 8 categories. To the left on my screen, I have 7 categories. And then things kind of shifted. And I don't want to, spend all kind of time on that. But I just wanted you to see, generally speaking, how this whole thing works and that you can look at what you've been valuing and understand whether or not your values have shifted in priority or something that you once valued, you don't value at all anymore. So I just wanted to stop by and share this incredible tool so that you can spend some time doing this for yourself. This is a hidden, like I said, not hidden online, but a hidden gem that I use just as a human being when I want to bring to the forefront of my mind, what do I value now? So I can see it at a snapshot and just have fun with it, but also like the very, very first time I did it in 2018, I cried. So let me share a little bit of that with you. I cried, and I'm going to take this off. I'm going to stop sharing. And the reason I did is because I was spending so much time building a business, building a business, building a business. And when I did the values determination, it turned out that business wasn't even on there at all. And it turned out that human development, personal development, talking about the unconscious mind, all of that was at the top of my my value system, but business was not on there. And I cried because I felt such a release in my body when I understood that I had been putting what I truly valued. I had been working on something and giving all of this energy and everything to something that was not of my highest value. And what I was able to do was come from a different perspective regarding business. When I understood that talking about the unconscious mind, human development, all of that was at the forefront, then I began to more masterfully automate my systems so that I wasn't spending anywhere near the amount of time on business because that wasn't even of my highest value. So I just wanted to share how that affected my mindset and understanding and to some degree, to a great degree, gave me the internal permission from myself to reevaluate how I was doing things. It was because of utilizing this tool from Dr. John Demartini. So just wanted to share that with you. Would love to get your comments, and especially after I'll go ahead and put his the website link in the description of this video. And I would love to get your take on, because like I said, when you first start working it might feel a little, you got to give yourself time. You have to allow yourself time to answer the questions as things are as they are happening now, not just like he said, not what you wish they would be, what you think they should be, any of that, based on what's going on now, because that's what's going to give you the accuracy that you're looking for. But after you do that, I would love to get your feedback. And don't give up. Just because you did it once, do it again and again. He does recommend that you do it every so often, so that you can see the comparative, the difference between the you now versus the you 3 months ago. And I think he recommends something like every 3 months. I think, I'm not sure about that, but I say do it as often as you are feeling to do it. All right, everybody, make it an incredible day. See you next time.